Welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Bridle alongside baseball coach Darren Schoenrock. And Coach, hard to believe, last time we talked it was in the spring. Now you're about halfway, a little over halfway through fall ball.
Yeah, you know, it's always a fun time, Jeff. We kind of get our new Tigers in and fit them in with the returning Tigers and implement and put in our system and evaluate. So I really enjoy the fall. There's a lot of teaching that's going on, and you kind of get to see what this team's going to be like.
You know, it's interesting because the fall ball's not always been the kindest of weather, but this year, and hopefully I don't jinx anything, you've had really good fall weather. It's not too cold. You haven't had to deal with any sleet or any kind of rain, and that's pretty imperative at this point because you got 13 freshmen that you need to get as much work as you can with.
Yeah, we're trying to get as much live work as we can, and we kind of elect to do things a little different. We give them the whole month of September to get in shape, get arms in shape, get Coach Green with the hitters some, and then we didn't start till October 3rd. And so now I know everybody's in shape, and you run the risk of at the end of fall getting in some cool stuff, but sometimes that's not bad either because we're going to be in the spring.
Talk about the 13 freshmen kind of in general, because if they have paid attention at all, they know you're a coach, that if you can come in and contribute as a freshman, you're going to play.
Yeah, we don't redshirt much. We really haven't in the last few years, ever since the NCAA put the 35-man roster limit in. Redshirting is not always, it's not always conducive to do that. So trying to get some freshmen ready to contribute on the field, especially on the mound. It's usually a little easier for a freshman pitcher to come in and help. In this case, the freshman arm talent that we have here is very good. It's just getting them accustomed to the speed of the game at this level, but we're very excited about our freshman class and adding that to a veteran class that we have lost some key guys, but we have some guys that have a lot of mileage and a lot of experience under their belt to help on the position player side.
Talk a little bit more fall ball here in a second, but let's go ahead and talk about the schedule, which you can find on GoTigersGo.com. 18 of the 56 teams participated in the regional last year. You've got a road trip. You'll be playing Tennessee on the road. That one may be in Chattanooga. I'm not sure if it's finalized yet, but it could be in Chattanooga. Either way, you're going to go over there and play home games at AutoZone Park against Arkansas Ole Miss, then at State, at Ole Miss, plus a very tough American Conference schedule, a team that was in the top 4 of baseball conferences last year and put 4 teams in the regional.
Yeah, we have been working to get this Tennessee series going for the last 2 or 3 years, and we finally got it finalized. So it's a 2016. It's their home series, and they've elected to move to Chattanooga to play in front of a Chattanooga fan base that Tennessee has, and then in 2017, Tennessee will return the trip to us for a 3-game series, and excited about that. You know, the RPI of our league, like you mentioned, is very good. So we tried to build a preseason schedule that will be able to get us ready. Missouri State, a super regional team coming to Memphis this year, and then Arkansas in AutoZone, and then we'll return that trip to Fayetteville in 2017. So a lot of new things on the schedule this year, but I'm excited to see it unfold, and I like to put it out there in front of our guys in the fall so that they can kind of see what they're working towards. So I'm excited to get it released.
All right, let's go back to fall ball, and fans will get a chance to see this Tiger team. And in fact, this weekend, getting some scrimmage action, rookies versus vet series, 3:15 Friday, 2 o'clock Saturday, 5:40 on Sunday. We'll talk about that Sunday late start here in a second, but what do you want to get out of this weekend?
Well, you try to, when you get about halfway through fall, which we are, and we're close to implementing all of our defensive communications and plays and responsibilities, and once you get everything put in, you want to see if the rookies can handle it against a sped-up competition. So, the veterans are very comfortable with the system, both offensively and defensively. The rookies have arm talent, so it'll be an interesting series. What normally happens is some things will come up defensively that the rookies aren't ready for. The veterans are, and that usually makes a difference in the game. So you use it as teaching moments that even though you're talented, you still have to learn the system. So that's the this is the only weekend that we split that as a rookies vets. All the other scrimmages we try to split equally to try to create some balance, and this weekend I want the veterans to win all 3 games.
Coach, you're going to play that late game Sunday, 5:30, an unusual start, but for a very good reason. The step-up walk for Down syndrome is taking place, and of course John T., our bat boy, a lot of people know him. He started out as the T guy for Coach West, has now made his way over to baseball, and y'all be John T.'s Tigers out there?
John T.'s Tigers on Sunday. It's an annual event. It's over at the Botanical Gardens, and we're going to be John T.'s Tigers. It's just a day of fun, games, fellowship, and giving back to John T, who's a big part of what we do, and he, you know, our dugout, he comes to practice every day, and they're on game day, and our dugout just lights up when he comes in. So we've pushed the start back. We'll be involved with that from noon till about 4:30 or so, and then we're going to start the game 3 of the Rookies Vets at 5:40 Sunday night. The weather looks like it's going to be okay. Temperatures are good, and be a fun weekend.
And then not too far away from the Garibaldi series either.
The annual Garibaldi series, where we'll try to split the team equally as we can, play a 7-game series, and really get to see this team. And that's when I step back and I do not coach a bit. The coaching will all be done by our staff. You know, Eric Schoenrock and Connor Porter are student assistants now, and they'll be heavily involved in coaching that series. And Coach Mack kind of coaches the pitchers for both teams, and Coach Green the hitters for both teams. So it's a fun time there where they're totally on their own. That we don't give them any guidance on pitching moves or anything, and it's a chance to see really what we have, and a great way to finish up the fall.
It's pretty neat having your son Eric back as well as Connor, because you haven't had a couple of student assistants for a few years since we had Chase and Brent on the staff. And that's always good because they've been away long enough, but maybe not too long. And it's just kind of a nice balance between being with your staff but still knowing some of the guys.
Very good. And you know, those guys, and they're invaluable because they help with a lot of defensive reps. And we've given Eric kind of the first baseman, and you know, to coach the first baseman, we got a big void there, graduating Tucker. Yeah. So it's a job that's being battled for by a bunch of players, and then Connor's helping Coach Mack with the pitching staff. He's very familiar with Coach Mack's system because he pitched under Coach Mack. So it's great having an extra set of hands to help, you know, mainly for practice days, and those guys are learning the coaching trade.
All right, Coach, sounds good. We'll see you out there this weekend.
Thanks, Jeff.
Head Coach Darren Schoenrock, I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.